Many of you don't know this, but I've been an aspiring professional dancer for over 20 years. But the road to becoming a backup twerker for a hip-hop diva is tough. After years of painful rejections, I decided to take matters into my own hands. Will you judge me for following my dream? Grammy Night, 2021. I snuck into the Staples Center via a service entrance disguised as a bartender. In the restroom stall, I squeezed into my full bodysuit shaped like a big booty girl and waited. Damn, I was looking fly. When Cardi B and her posse passed by on their way to the stage, I blended into the group. I was a bit worried someone would recognize me from the Super Bowl, where I stole the halftime show from J-Lo and Shakira, but no one seemed to notice. I was electrifying on stage that night. Anyway, we walked out through the fog and took our positions on stage around a giant high-heel shoe as the music began. Next thing I knew, I was being shoved into a glass enclosure beneath the toes of the oversized pump. The door locked behind me and a large fan started blowing beneath my feet. I was trapped in a wind tunnel dodging flying $100 bills. Luckily, my voluptuous exoskeleton shielded me from the valuable projectiles. As I flailed around helplessly, trying to escape my glass prison, the crowd seemed to come alive. Next thing I knew, the pulsating rhythm and hypnotic light show had gotten the better of me, and I was gyrating like an overdosing stripper. Then, the entrance of Megan Thee Stallion sent me into a frenzy. What an honor to share the stage with these bold, empowered women as they scissor on live television for money. Their groundbreaking performance bravely challenged the notion of a musician as someone who plays an instrument, sings live, or writes music. As I lambada'd around my giant fishbowl, I saw something outside that infuriated me. A masked woman was pole dancing on the adjacent oversized stiletto heel. I was close enough to see part of her face, and it was none other than conservative commentator Candace Owens. I was outraged. Candy O had no business being on that stage. She hadn't earned her way into Cardi's crew. Furious as I was, I must admit, Candace worked the stripper pole like a porn star. There was nothing conservative about her routine. Her moves were jarring and obscene. I was enthralled. My big booty girl-shaped rubber bodysuit was beginning to chafe. I think it was all that grinding against the glass partition. I must have gotten carried away because I slammed up against the wall and the glass shattered. A tornado of flying Benjamins cascaded out. Candace was blinded by the money and overcommitted to her risque floorcraft. The resulting wardrobe malfunction gave us all quite an eyeful. This was the most disastrous performance I'd been a part of since the 2003 Tony Awards, when I missed my third pirouette and crashed through an elaborate set piece. Martin Short told me I wasn't Broadway material, and he hasn't spoken to me since. After the show, a humiliated Candace fled the arena as Cardi and Megan pursued, but they got winded quickly and abandoned the chase. I followed Candace out into the alley and tried to get her attention, but she ducked into a limo with Flava Flav and sped off. You can imagine my shock the next day when I turned on Fox News to see Candace bad-mouthing her own undercover performance. Only hours earlier, that trollop was lip-syncing the praises of wet-ass pussy, and now she was getting all worked up into a lather over it. What a turncoat. That's the last time I booty danced side by side with Candy O. I'm considering suing her for defamation of character. She's inhibiting my ability to earn a living. I haven't been offered a single dance gig since this whole thing blew up. Then, not to be outdone, Cardi B clapped back with this immortal Twitter burn. Bitch, stop lying. You know that was you on the stripper pole. BTW, nice coochie. I'd had enough. It was time for me to get off the sidelines and release a statement of my own. Since Cardi B already had a dance partner, I started an online feud with Megan Thee Stallion. How dare she behave this way? Her Grammy performance was a sleazy glorification of materialism, overt sexuality, and a society in moral decline. What will we tell the children? Though her backup dancer in the cash cage was off the chain. By now, the post-show drama had eclipsed the original controversy. We were getting a lot of traction from a program that no one watched, and the backlash from the religious right was downright righteous. It was a welcome distraction from the fact that every award show I danced at in the past few years had suffered a massive drop in ratings. I'd had some success planting cover stories in the entertainment media, with explanations such as COVID, anti-white man backlash, and climate change. But I fear my days of dirty dancing may be coming to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends and family have asked that you stop encouraging me, for God's sakes. Don't listen to them. This can't be my grand finale. Help me moonwalk off stage like a diva. Strut over to my Patreon page, link in the description below. Thank you.